Good Thursday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, where it has been a really nice day out there today with temperatures that started off this morning a little on the cool side in the lower 60s here in town, but even cooler in the outlying areas. And then today, we got up into the upper 70s, didn't even hit 80 degrees. That's after yesterday's warm high of 85. So yes, that cooler air is here. It felt a lot more like fall out there today, and we have more cool weather coming our way tonight. We're feeling it now. We're going to feel it overnight, and in the morning, it's going to be even cooler than it was out there this morning. Yeah, we're going to continue with these cool mornings over the next few days. And typically we see that coolest air of the morning between 4 in the morning and 8 o'clock in the morning. And in the morning, we're going to get down to the 50s. This morning was 63. Tomorrow morning, how about 58 degrees or 59 in some spots, and even cooler in some of the outlying areas. So it's nice to feel like fall finally out there. It is October 2nd. Our high today felt like it should feel for this time of year, and these morning temperatures are also feeling really nice out there too. So you might need a light jacket to head out over the next couple of mornings, but then if you do wear a jacket in the morning, you'll most likely be getting rid of it as we go through the mid-morning hours and into the afternoon as those temperatures start rebounding just a little bit more. Now, we told you yesterday that the drought monitor would be out today, and it did come out today, and there really aren't a lot of surprises here. We do still see that we have drought conditions over our area, moderate drought here in Metro Atlanta, but as you look around the entire state, you'll see here that these drought conditions have expanded a little bit more, and the orange color that you see here is severe drought, and we have that expanding here in parts of Southwest and also South Georgia. The tan color is moderate drought. We have more of that down in South Georgia, and then here, zooming into the metro area, that's where we see that tan color over Metro Atlanta, to the north of us, west of us, and south of us. And then speaking of south of us, look down just to the south of LaGrange, that orange that you see there. That is severe drought that is beginning to show up in other places than just South Georgia too. And then surrounding this tan color is the yellow color, which means abnormally dry conditions. And we have that in North Georgia, areas to the east of us as well. The only place in the state not in any drought conditions are up in Union, Towns, and Rabun counties, where we don't see any drought conditions going on there at all. So we definitely need some rain. Now this is for the metro area pretty close in comparison to what the drought monitor was showing for last week as well, but we haven't seen any improvements in it, and we need some rain to give us some improvements. We do see some coming our way once we get into next week, really the end of the weekend and next week, but those rain chances are going to be on the low end, and we're really not going to see much of a big time rain chance here coming up soon at all. Now, take a look at the satellite and radar imagery where we have clear skies, no clouds around, no rain around in our area either. And it's feeling and looking really nice. But if you widen out, you do see that we do have some additional showers, a few more clouds here in southeast Georgia, and then just off the coast and trying to move into the coast near Brunswick, we have a few lighter showers that are coming in. That's that Atlantic flow, that easterly flow that we have, picking up some of that Atlantic moisture and bringing it into the coastal regions. We see a little bit more of that down in parts of northern Florida. Something else we are watching, though, down in Florida is a developing area of low pressure that's on an old frontal boundary that is stalled out down in South Florida. This is generally between the Bahamas and the Atlantic coastline here, between Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm. And you see, again, nothing really organized here. We just have some rain that's moving through these areas. But we have to keep an eye on this because it could develop into something. And the National Hurricane Center is also watching this area with interest. But at this point, they're going with just a low chance of development, about a 10% chance that this system could develop into a tropical depression or a tropical storm. So it's located right here, as we mentioned, there between the Bahamas and the southeast coast of Florida. That's where the, excuse me, the yellow X is. But what we have to watch is This is most likely going to drift up into this direction, most likely going over land and crossing over the Florida Peninsula. And then if it still is holding together there, it could come back out over the Gulf here. And when it gets there, we would have to watch to see if it would develop. But as of right now, the Hurricane Center thinking this is a low risk of actually becoming a tropical depression or a tropical storm. But we do think whether or not it develops, it is going to spread a lot of rain here. First, on the southeast coast of Florida, and then as it gets up into the Gulf, it's going to be spreading a lot of moisture in along the Gulf Coast of Florida, the Panhandle here, and even up into South Alabama, South Mississippi, and even into parts of Louisiana. The interesting thing is when we're looking at some of the potential rain totals, it's mainly a coastal rain event there. And then the rain amounts drop off very quickly as you go inland. So that's just based on what we're seeing out there right now. Nothing really overly concerning for us here in the metro area or anything yet, but of course we'll keep a close eye on that as the system develops here just a little bit more. There is another system that we're watching out in the far Atlantic. This is a disturbance that is right now still over land here in Africa. You can see some of that convection there coming off the coast. It's not even out over the water yet. Once this moves out over land and then pushes into this area, it's going to merge with another area that's a little bit of unsettled as well. And it's in this yellow shaded region that there's about a 30% chance that it could develop over the next 7 days into a tropical depression or a tropical storm. The next name on the list is Jerry. After that is Karen. We'll see if either of these systems gets a name, but as of right now, those chances are slim over the next 7 days or so for either of those to develop. Here's a live look right now. This is our tower cam at Truist Park, where we don't have any baseball anymore. The season is over for the Braves, but the stadium still looks nice, and of course all the surrounding area too, with the clear sky and those nice comfortable temperatures. Then of course our city looks so good too, where we have the lights on in the city, clear skies, and we're feeling those temperatures as they are dropping there just a little bit too. And there's that other view of Truist Park right now. So take a look at the almanac today. We didn't hit 80. We were expecting to make it into the upper 70s, and we did get to the top end of the 70s today with that high of 79 degrees. Low this morning was still very comfortable at 63, but that low this morning is still a couple of degrees above where we should be for this time of year. We should be around 61. Now, the high today was 79. We should be around 79 for this time of year, so we were right on target for October 2nd. Now, this is the part that makes it, I don't want to say feeling guilty for enjoying this nice weather. I mean, it is nice and dry. It's beautiful. The temperatures are comfortable, but we do really need some rain. We talked earlier just a moment ago about the drought conditions that we have in North Georgia. Well, here's a look at the official numbers here. We are 4.5 inches below where we should be in rainfall for the year. So we need some rain to come in here. We are going to get some going into next week, but those rain amounts aren't going to come anywhere close to knocking out that rainfall deficit. Those rain amounts are going to be relatively light. We'll check those out coming up in just a second. But here's a look at those morning temperatures where it was cooler. And then, of course, we started rising pretty nicely, topping off there. 79 was the high in between these hourlies. And now that the sun's been down a bit, we're watching these temperatures falling. We're down to 68 at this hour. So it is cooler. And with that clear sky, and any heat of the day radiating out into the atmosphere, replaced by cooler air at the surface. So yeah, check it out. Here in town, we're 68, but even cooler. Look at Athens coming in at 60. They're almost in the 50s right now over in Athens. Lawrenceville, 63. Canton is 62. Rome is still mild there at 72 degrees. And then we have, again, mainly those 60s around. Down in Milledgeville, we're still holding on at 70 as well. Early in the morning, we start off at 58. That's going to be nice early tomorrow morning to start the day. Then at 9 o'clock, 61. Getting up to 79 in the afternoon. We start off with clear skies, plenty of sunshine, but into the afternoon hours, you'll notice instead of the crystal clear blue sky, we're going to have a few clouds that are going to be mixing in here. For the afternoon hours, mainly higher thin clouds that the sun is still able to break through and filter through. It's not going to be a complete overcast or anything like that as we get up to just barely almost 80 degrees, but right there at 79. Look at the arrows here, still coming out of the north and east. That's that northeasterly flow that is reinforcing the cooler air that we have in place right now. Early in the morning, it'll be clear with those cool temperatures. And then as we go to lunchtime, still mainly sunny. But this is the part I want you to see, just the differences tomorrow compared to what we had today, where a few more of those clouds will be mixing in. But these clouds are not rain producers. It's not that overcast. The sun is still able to break through them and filter through at times, just some of those higher thin clouds around. On Saturday, though, we do think the clouds will be a little bit thicker. Still not a complete overcast. We're just going to say partly cloudy skies, where we'll have some of those clouds, the sun breaking through at times. Then at times the sun will be hiding behind some of those clouds. That'll be a little thicker here during the day. But these still aren't going to be rain producers either. This is at noon, and then we go into the afternoon hours. Still, again, just those scattered clouds that we'll have around with the sun peeking in and out at times. Now on Sunday, I do think we'll see a few more clouds around, and the moisture content in the air is going to start coming up a little bit more too. And that's when we're introducing some low rain chances. Right now, we're going with about a 20% chance for just a few isolated showers, nothing really widespread at all. This is early on Sunday morning, maybe a couple of those around. At lunchtime, a couple of spotty showers, off and on possible. And then going into the afternoon, this model's trying to kick up a couple more showers, especially well to the east of us. And again, that's all part of the flow coming off of the Atlantic around that developing area of low pressure that's well down to the south, that's going to start spreading a little bit more of that moisture into our area. So here's a look at the rain chances. We're going to be rain-free on Friday as well as on Saturday. And then the rain chances do come back a little bit, but they're going to be on the low end. Only 20% on Sunday, 30% on Monday, back to 20% on Tuesday, and then Wednesday back up to about 30%. So not a lot of rain coverage, not a lot of a rain chance, and not a lot collecting here in the rain gauges. Now this is a look at the American model and the European model. Both of them. Now this is over 7 days, not just a one-day rain event. This is over the next 7 days. The American model showing maybe 2/10 of an inch of rain here, maybe 1/3 of an inch in Marietta. Not a lot, right? Well, the European model is only showing 1/10 of an inch of rain here over the next 7 days, and maybe a little bit more in Marietta and Canton, but that's only close to 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/3 of an inch in Carrollton and also Peachtree City. Over 1/2 inch in Thomaston, maybe? Hey, we'll see. But I just wanted to show you those totals because, you know, you look at those rain chances, maybe get a little excited about, hey, we got some rain coming, but it's not going to be a lot. That'll be moving our way. We're also enjoying these cool mornings. 58 here for Friday morning, and then we're back to 60 on Saturday morning. And then as the moisture content and the cloud cover is a little bit higher here, it's going to be harder for those temperatures to fall, and they're going to stay a little milder. We'll be at 65 Sunday morning, 68 Monday morning, and 67 on Tuesday morning. And then high temperatures generally there in the upper 70s each and every day, 78 or 79 throughout the period here going into next week. Now take a look at the European model. And let me show you what we're watching. We have all that moisture down in parts of South Florida. We'll keep watching that to see if it's even going to make it into the Gulf there. But you can see all that moisture in association with it. Again, Saturday staying to the south of us, and then on Sunday, we have a little bit more of that moisture that's going to start feeding in from the south. Monday, again, the rain chances aren't that huge, but just some moisture just kind of trying to knock on the door to give us a little bit of rain here and there. Tuesday, maybe a little better chance for that, also into Wednesday. So it's just the moisture content in the air that's going to be increasing just a little bit more, along with those rain chances pretty much staying on the low end. Now, it's not going to wipe out the drought, but we'll take whatever we can get, even if it's just a little bit. We just need some sort of rain to move into our area. And that looks like that's going to be all that we're going to be seeing here over the next few days will be those low rain chances. So 79 degrees for a high on Friday. That's after that cool start at 58. It's going to be a great morning. Get out there and jog. You won't be sweating as much. Then in the afternoon, we're up to 79. Saturday, a few more clouds, a low of 60. And highs back up to 79. Then Sunday morning, still not as cool, right about 65. That's still comfortable, but it's not as cool. And then we'll continue to see those temperatures getting a little milder Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They're mid and upper 60s, and then afternoon highs in the upper 70s. We do think that on Wednesday, we can make it back up to 81 degrees. But then you can see those rain chances, not that impressive. 20% Sunday, 30% Monday, 20% again Tuesday, and then 30% on Wednesday and on Thursday. So we're hoping You know, we never want this system down in the Gulf to materialize into something, you know, dangerous or anything. But if we could just get some flow going around that and moisture feeding into our area, we hopefully can see those rain chances coming up a little bit more. But that's what we'll be watching for, and any other systems that would be moving our way to see if we could get some of that much needed rain. Meanwhile, enjoy the dry conditions, enjoy the cooler air, and enjoy your weekend too. Stay with us. We're going to have much more for you coming up tonight at 11 on 11 Alive News. And of course, a lot more of the updates throughout the day tomorrow too. Thanks for watching.